The history of the game Pickleball. In 1965, after playing golf one Saturday during the summer, Joel Pritchard, congressman from Washington State, and Bill Bell, successful businessman, returned to Pritchard's home on Bainbridge Island to find their family sitting around with nothing to do. The property had an old badminton court, so Pritchard and Bell looked for some badminton equipment and could not find a full set of rackets. They improvised and started playing ping pong paddles and perforated plastic ball. At first, they placed the net at badminton height of 60 inches and volleyed the ball over the net. As the weekend progressed, the players found that the ball bounced on the asphalt surface and soon the net was lowered to 36 inches. The following weekend, Barney McCullough was introduced to the game of Pritchard's home. Soon the three men created rules relying heavily on badminton. They kept in mind the original purpose, which was to provide a game that the whole family could play together. Where does pickleball got its name? In the summer of 1965, pickleball was founded by Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCullough in Bainbridge Island, Washington. Within days, Joanne Pritchard had come up with the name pickleball, a reference to the thrown-together leftover non-starters in the pickle boat of crowd races. Many years later, as the sport grew, a controversy issued when a few neighbors said that they were there when Joanne named the game after the family dog Pickles. Joanne and Pritchard family have held fast for decades. The dog came along a few years later and was named after the game. The nature of the game pickleball. Pickleball is a fast-paced sport that has many similarities to tennis, badminton, and table tennis or ping pong. It is played on a level court with short-handled paddles and a perforated hollow plastic ball that is volleyed over a net. Matches feature two opposing players or singles or two pairs of players or doubles. And the sports can be played either outdoors or indoors. Pickleball was invented in the United States in 1965, and in the early 21st century it experienced rapid growth. It is now played worldwide by people of all ages and skills levels.
I'm Brendan A. Mamusol. My report is all about court and dimension and also fundamental skills of pickleball. Standard pickleball court happens to be around the same size as a doubles badminton court, and the court measures 44 feet long in closed book lines and 20 feet wide in closed book lines. The net height of a pickleball court is 36 inches high at the sidelines and 34 inches high in the middle. This court happens to be very similar to a tennis court. The court is striped with right and left services courts and a 7-foot non-volley zone in the front of the net, which is often referred to as the 7 fundamental skills of pickleball. First is move your feet and bend your knees. Second, watch the ball and hit the ball out in front of your body. Third, keep your paddle up. Expect the ball to come back. 4, be patient. 5, keep the ball low. 6, communicate. Last is let the out balls go. That's all, thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Melanie Manib, and now let's proceed to the role in playing pickleball. There are 7 roles in playing pickleball. First role, each point begins with a serve. The pickleball game on each point starts with a serve. The player on the right side of the court facing their opponent starts the serve. You serve diagonally to your opponent into the right or left service area. The serve must clear the kitchen, including the line to court. Second role, your serve must be underhand. A pickleball serve must be hit with an underhand stroke with contact below the waist. Your arm must move in an upward arc when you strike the ball. You can hit the ball out of the air as most players do, or you can drop the ball on the ground and hit. The goal of the pickleball serve is to put the ball in play. This is quite different than a tennis serve where the goal is to serve overhand aggressively to win the point. The third rule, each point continues until a fault. After serve, gameplay continues until a fault is committed. A fault ends a point. In pickleball, there are basically three types of faults. First, faults, the serve does not clear the kitchen, including the lines. Second, a shot is hit out of bounds, landing behind the baseline or outside the sideline. Third fault, a shot is hit into the net. Fourth rule, you can't volley in the kitchen. The 7-feet zone on each side marks the non-volley zone or kitchen. This means you can never hit a volley, which is a shot hit out of the air while having any part of your body in the kitchen, or even on the kitchen line, and you can't let your momentum carry you into the kitchen after a volley either. And the fifth rule, you can hit ground strokes in kitchen. If your opponent hit a short shot landing in the kitchen, what's we call a ding, you can enter and hit from the kitchen. And when it's ding, this is a defensive shot and one of the most important parts of a pickleball strategy. Often your best move after moving into the kitchen to field a ding is to ding right back to your opponent's kitchen. And the sixth rule, the ball must bounce on both sides before either team can volley. Before any player can hit a shot out of the air, a volley, the ball must bounce at least once on each side. This means if your partner is serving and you start up at the kitchen, you're in the dangerous position because the returning team can hit a shot right at you. And if you react a volley, that's a fault. You lost the point. This rule keeps the serving team back on the baseline to start. Without it, the serving team would easily rush the net and gain unfair edge every time. The return team would struggle to ever regain the serve and get point as well covered in our next rule. And the last rule, you only win points on your serve. Points on your serve. In pickleball, you only win points on your serve and you continue serving until you lose a point. After winning each point in your serve, you switch sides with your partner and serve to the other opponent. These are the terminology in pickleball. First term, ace. This is a serve that is not returned by the opponent. Point is won and serve without being returned. Approach shot. Ball is hit while moving in forward motion towards the pickleball net. Backcourt. The area near the baseline, roughly the few feet inside the court from the baseline. Backspin. Also called slice or chop. Applying spin to the ball by striking it with high to low motion, causing the ball to spin in the direction opposite its flight direction. Grip. The manner that you hold the paddle handle with your hand or the material that is wrapped around the paddle handle to protect it and provide cushioning. Ground stroke. Hitting the ball after one bounce compared to a volley which is hit immediately. Half volley. A ground stroke shot where the paddle contacts the ball immediately after it bounces from the court. The ball is still low before it has risen to its maximum bounce height. And next is mid-court. The middle area in the pickle court between the non-volley zone and the baseline. And the last terminology is non-volley zone. The 7-foot section of court on either side of the net, pickleball players are not allowed to volley the ball in the zone. It includes all lines surrounding the zone, also known as the kick chair, and the navy non-volley zone.